What happens when you take a Tim Burton-style fantasy adventure and throw it into the roguelike blender? Chaos, risk, and shockingly, one of the most addictive games of the year. This is Veteran Game, and today we're rolling into the shadowy streets of random for a brutally honest review of Lost in Random, The Eternal Die. Smash that like button, subscribe for more bold reviews, and let's see if this sequel is a critical hit or a devastating miss. The original Lost in Random built a cult following with its twisted fairy tale vibe and narrative-driven adventure. But The Eternal Die, this is something else. It's a genre switch, now a full-blown roguelike, with procedurally generated maps, randomized upgrades, and the ever-present threat of permadeath. The story continues, but it's the gameplay loop that takes center stage. You're Alexandra, the former villain queen, now trapped inside the Black Die and fighting for redemption. Your goal? Survive a constantly shifting labyrinth, beat back freaky monsters, rescue strange allies, and take down the new big bad mare. But don't get too comfortable. Every run is different, and every roll of the die can change your fate. The Eternal Die absolutely nails the weird, creepy, cute aesthetic that made Lost in Random famous. We're talking handcrafted environments oozing with style, twisting streets, gothic swamps, haunted fortresses, and biomes packed with moody lighting and hand-drawn details. The isometric camera pulls you back, giving everything a new board game on acid feel. The music, atmospheric and unsettling in all the right ways. Voice acting and sound design bring every oddball character to life, even if the world sometimes feels less personal than before. You're not wandering through a fairy tale this time, you're surviving it. Let's talk mechanics. The Eternal Die borrows its bones from heavyweights like Hades and Dead Cells, but does enough to stand out. Each run starts with a weapon of your choice. Sword, bow, hammer, or spear, each with its own feel and strategy. You'll hack, slash, shoot, and smash through rooms filled with creatively designed enemies, from frog beasts that spit poison to limping, fire-tipped knights, and bizarre boss monsters. But the star of the show is Fortune, your dice buddy. Toss him into battle, and the number you roll determines the chaos, direct damage, status effects, or even wild area attacks. Collect relics as you play for game-changing powers. Poison shots, healing bursts, fireworks, or stat buffs that synergize if you match colors in your inventory. The best builds turn you into a combo machine, chaining dice rolls, card abilities, and weapon attacks for maximum carnage. Die, respawn, upgrade, repeat. This is the core loop, and it's dangerously addictive. The more you play, the stronger Alexandra gets. Permanent upgrades unlock at the Sanctuary Hub, while weapon upgrades and blessings let you customize your approach every time you return to the dungeon. Here's where the Eternal Die shines. Every run feels rewarding, no stingy grind, no unfair death spirals. Clear rooms, finish challenges, and rescue allies to earn cinder and pip dust. Spend these to upgrade weapons, buy permanent buffs, or unlock new cards for your arsenal. The relic system is the real game changer. Find relic coffers, pick your favorite bonuses, and match colors for combo effects. Do you go full offense with poison and fire, or stack healing and shields for tanky runs? With 4 distinct biomes, each packed with unique hazards, there's always a new strategy to try. The catch? Hardcore roguelike fans might burn through the main content pretty fast. But for everyone else, there's a ton of value here, especially if you're chasing 100% or experimenting with every weapon and build. So, what about the narrative? Here's where the dice get a little wobbly. Lost in Random. The Eternal Die tries to thread the needle, giving fans of the first game closure and depth, while welcoming new players with a fresh protagonist and minimal backstory. But in reality, the story is mostly window dressing. If you haven't played the original, you'll get lost quickly. There's a war, a dead queen, a mysterious black die, and your only real guidance is a handful of cutscenes and scattered lore bits. For returning players, there's still some magic, hints of Random's twisted history, returning faces, and moments of world building. But the main draw is combat and progression, not narrative immersion. The quirky storytelling and personal stakes that made the first game sing are mostly sidelined in favor of fast, replayable action. Combat is tight, varied, and full of one more run energy. Enemies are tough but fair, requiring timing, positioning, and smart ability usage. Bosses are memorable and demand pattern recognition, not just button mashing. Every weapon feels distinct. Want to smash skulls with a hammer or snipe enemies with a bow from a safe distance? It's all here. Your dice adds a twist. Every throw is a gamble with both risk and reward. Build your runs around relic synergies and card powers, or improvise with whatever the game throws your way. Even after a dozen hours, you'll still be unlocking new upgrades, discovering wild combos, and facing fresh challenges. No game is perfect, and the eternal die rolls a few snake eyes. Story is thin for newcomers, expect confusion unless you know the world. Fans hoping for a deep narrative sequel might feel shortchanged. Action roguelike pros could see it all in a couple dozen hours. Some rooms repeat and certain biomes can feel visually samey late in a run. A few enemy types can be cheap or annoying in big groups, but nothing game-breaking. Still, these flaws are balanced by how much sheer fun the core loop is. So is Lost in Random, the Eternal Die worth your time? If you love the original's world, crave tense, creative combat, or want a roguelike that rewards every run, absolutely. The gothic art, wild enemy design, and non-stop progression make this one of 2025's best surprises. If you're here for deep story or character drama, temper your expectations, but don't count the game out entirely. At the end of the day, it's a smart, accessible roguelike with just enough weirdness to stand apart. Whether you're a genre veteran or a curious newcomer, the Eternal Die is a gamble that pays off. What did you roll in random? Did the story hook you? Or are you here for the dice-fueled chaos? Drop your best builds, wildest moments, and biggest gripes in the comments. If you loved the review, hit like, subscribe for more deep dives from Veteran Game, and remember, fortune always favors the bold. See you in the discard pile, gamers.